Hey, it's Presley from Ty Kelly and Chuck in the morning. We're here with another West Coast country with Charlie McNeal. What's going on, man?
Not much. I'm having a good time. 1019 The Wolf.
Let me start out by saying you are 17 years old.
17, that's correct.
That is crazy. Everyone heard you. We're going to hear you sing actually in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy. Like that voice coming out of you. I heard your songs. Like, what comes about that? How did you get that voice?
I don't know how I got the voice. I guess I had to thank my father for that one. So thank you, Dad. The genetics are good on that one, I guess. And the songwriting it's come with a little bit of self-experience, but again, taking people's experiences that they've had in their own lives and kind of applying it to my own lyrics is how I come up with a lot of my songs.
And you wrote one of your songs when you were 10 years old. Is that correct?
Yeah, I wrote that one with my dad. It's called Father and Sunday. It's about a divorced family and kind of the troubles that go along with it.
You were in your garage when you wrote that? Is that what I heard?
I believe I was in my garage
Sitting in your garage.
Yeah, it was I didn't really sing when I was that age either. I was just kind of, I just said, "Hey, let's write this song," and we ended up doing it. And my uncle he did a lot of the singing for it when it first came out. So, yeah, it's been rolling along really well.
Nice. So, going back to like when you were 10 years old and fast forwarding a couple years,
Mm-hmm.
you weren't really into country music, were you? You liked Katy Perry.
So, I apologize, guys, first of all.
No apologies. I'm just saying. I had to call you out on it.
6th grade, yeah. I mean, I was playing baseball at that age, and when you go out on the baseball field and they start playing all the pump up music. It's Eminem, Katy Perry. They got I'm not sure how many people get pumped up from Katy Perry, but I guess that's what they played back then. So
have you ever seen me at the
cool.
club? Just
Yeah, so I listened to that, and I first started listening to country music when I was 8th grade. I moved from Carpinteria, California, to my hometown of Arroyo Grande, and I just started listening to it on the radio a bit with my dad, and then my dad actually showed me Waylon Jennings for the first time, and I fell in love. I listened to Waylon, I listened to George Jones, Merle Haggard, just all the oldies, and I really fell in love with that kind of music.
So who's like one of your biggest influences to this day that because I know you don't like newer age stuff because you're old school.
I'm old school, yeah.
Who do you go by when you are listening or wanting to write a new song? Who do you go by back in the olden days?
So back in the olden days, I go by Waylon a lot. He's good. Another songwriter that's really good is Townes Van Zandt. He sings, he's more of a Texas guy. Songwriting Merle Haggard as well, because he did a lot of. You listen to his songs, he does a lot of jazz as well. That song Misery and Gin. So it's kind of just taking all the influences that I have and putting it all into one writing style. That's kind of how I do it.
And you just said jazz, and when you like in your hometown, like your little areas out there were not country; they were more like blues and jazz, right? So you weren't around country.
A lot
much.
of blues, yeah, a lot of blues. Just the 1-4-5. Those blues. I don't listen to blues that much, but when I'm going to open mic nights, that's how I started singing. As open mic nights, that's the first time I sang in front of anybody. That I didn't know.
Here.
Yeah, and now, look where it's taken me. So, yeah, it's cool. The blues is good, but then also I met this guy Johnny Douglas who sang country. He was singing, "I Don't Go Around Mirrors" anymore, and he's wearing a beanie and sandals, and I go, "Who is this guy?" This guy's singing country, and he listens to me. We do it, and so we paired up. We did a few shows together. He's out in Bakersfield now with he's doing shows at the Crystal Palace every Friday night. So. Yeah, so he's doing well for himself as well.
Nice. So last year in August, you went out to Nashville and recorded your album with some of Tim McGraw's band members?
Yeah, so it was Tim McGraw's drummer, Sean Fitcher, and people like Joe Spivey as well. He played for John Anderson. I think he still tours with him. He's on the Time Jumpers. Just in crazy good musicians.
Nice. So then you went back this August and wrote another album.
Yeah.
And what is that one called? And tell us a little bit about that.
So the new album's called Runaway Train, and I wrote that one with my sister. The first song we wrote was Wyoming, for that album. We wrote it on our way to Wyoming, and the song's leaving Wyoming, but we got the idea, we got the inspiration for for the state at least, and that's the first song we wrote for that album.
Nice. So speaking of writing, I know you're 17 years old, and a lot of people are like me. I had a double take when they're like, "Oh yeah, Charlie's coming in." I was like, "All right, listen to your songs." I was like, "I like this. This is awesome." And then I had to go back and who is it? Wait, he's 17 years old. How do people react to that when because you write your songs? You wrote most of your album with your sister, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, all the songs on the new album are me and my sister.
So when people see you for the first time, like the crowd that we have here, or when they hear your music for the first time, what you're singing about and everything like that, at 17 years old. What do they say, and what do you feel about that?
So usually people's reactions are, if I'm on stage and I'm singing, they don't know me before, or they don't know me from whatever, and so they come up to me, they go, "Oh man, I love your songs." They go, "You sound really good for a 22-year-old." I'm like, "Huh?" I go, "Oh, I'm 17." They go, "You're 17?" So people are usually pretty shocked by it. But I think as they get to know me, they know where I get my songs from, and they realize that it's more than just age. It's also taking people's experiences, like I said before, and putting that into lyrics. And then obviously my sister's really good at that as well. She's only 19 years old, and so she helps me with the lyrics just as much. And so it's just it's about taking people's experiences and putting it into a song.
Yeah, they sound great. Like all your songs they got that old school vibe, and I love it. It's awesome. And
that's what I'm shooting for. Yeah,
man,
I appreciate it.
All right, tell us what's coming up in November 26th.
November 26th, that's correct. I'm doing the Hollywood Christmas Parade.
Christmas parade with, I heard, 1 million people?
Yeah, so it's 1 million people at the actual parade, and then crazy. And then worldwide on television, it airs December 15th. 4 million is what they predict. So I'm blown away as you are.
I can't even imagine that. And you're gonna walk the red carpet.
Walk the red carpet, yeah.
And what feeling do you have knowing, is that going to be your biggest crowd that you've ever performed for 4 million people?
I believe so. I think
How's
that's the
that
biggest
making
crowd.
You feel?
You know what? I usually don't get nervous before shows. I get it's excitement. So I'm really excited for the show. I'm really excited to see what it can bring, and I'm really excited to show off the Christmas song, the new Christmas single. That's called "Christmas on the Phone." I wrote that one with my sister as well.
There you go. So sister has a lot of influence.
She does. A lot of influence. Yeah, you know me, you know my sister.
Speaking of new song, you wrote that for the holidays. What is the latest single that you have out today that people can go find?
So A Little Less Coke. You can find that on iTunes, Spotify, Charlie McNeal, Instagram, Charlie McNeal Music, Facebook, Charlie McNeal Music as well.
All right, well, that wraps it up with Charlie McNeal for our second thing of West Coast Country.
Awesome. Thank you very much.